All right, guys, so this is Chip Townsend back with Chip Live. I have an amazing, super special guest today that I'm excited about. We've been kind of connected in the community for a few years. I am here with Mr. Phil Sage of Cook Soul on Abilene Martial Arts Center. And so I want to do something kind of different and reach out into the community and reach out to one of my competitors and sit down and have a conversation with him, man. Because honestly, I don't know about you, man, but I don't see you as a competitor.
Absolutely
I see
not.
you as kind of a brother in the martial arts and someone that we, you do something similar to me, but I kind of live over there in my own world and do my own thing.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So, yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to kind of come and share. So, Mr. Phil, how are you today, man?
I'm awesome. I'm feeling great. The weather's great. Excited to be here.
Beautiful spring day, right?
Yes, sir.
Has spring fever hit yet? Really?
No, spring fever is definitely hit, man. I'm ready to rock.
Ready to rock. Some people spring fever, they're like, "Arr," and some people spring fever are like, "Ugh."
Yes, man. I'm charged up, man. My batteries are charged
and hot,
yes,
ready to go. Good. All right, man. So what I want to do is talk to you a little bit about what you do. So Mr. Phil works for the Abilene Police Department and also served in the U.S. Air Force, correct?
I did, yes.
Okay. And so has been in a line of work outside of his martial arts school with very much a servant's heart. So serving communities, serving our country at the highest level. So doing a lot of really cool stuff. And I thought it'd be awesome to bring you in and talk a little bit about that past and your experience and kind of what led you to where you are today and where you're at. So
absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about your Air Force career and then jump into crossing into the police department.
Sure. So immediately upon graduating from high school, I enlisted in the Air Force, landed in Germany. My first duty station was Rhein-Main Air Base, Germany.
Right.
When I landed there, I opened up a martial arts school.
Cool.
Ran that for about 2 years till I transferred here to Abilene, to Dias.
Right.
Served in the Air Force here for about 5.5 years. Ran a school at the same time on Dias Air Force Base.
Right.
Eventually moved that school downtown. Got out of the Air Force, became a police officer. After a short break, getting my feet on the ground as a police officer, I opened a school again.
Right.
And so I've been doing both concurrently now since about 2005.
2005,
Yes,
man.
sir.
So that's been a while. It's like, what, 12 years now? Am I thinking right?
Almost 14, I think.
Almost 14.
Yeah.
My math is horrible. I've been kicked in the head too many times, man. You
Nice.
know nothing about that, right?
Nice.
So, 14, 12, 14, 24. Who knows, man?
Hey.
Awesome. All right, man. So, so what is it that you love about? Let's focus on the police department for a minute. What do you love? What do you love about what you do there?
Well, it's a service-oriented career. I've always been in a service-oriented career, and being able to serve the community, being able to help others, it's an exciting job. Right now, my role is to train new police officers and provide training to our current officers, as well as work on the SWAT team.
Nice.
And so they're both really fun, rewarding jobs. They keep
Right.
me busy, and you're always learning. There's always something to learn and get better at.
Absolutely. Well, just know that we appreciate your service.
Thank
That's
you. I
awesome,
really
man.
appreciate
In the military and the police
Thank you.
police department. That is huge, and I know it's a demanding job and a dangerous job. So
Yes, sir.
appreciate what you do there. And a lot of people may not realize this, and I wanted to share this because I thought it was really powerful. A few years ago, I pulled together a bunch of the Team Chip black belts and instructors, and wanted to kind of do a special training with them. And I reached out to Mr. Phil, and he allowed us to come out to the police training academy and kind of do some fun stuff and guide us through some cool activities out there. And a lot of people probably don't know about that, but we've been connected a little bit, and you're a good friend, and I appreciate that too.
Thank you.
My guys had such a good time doing that. So what are some in the police world, what are some challenges you face out there?
Well, I think that the media sometimes paints police officers in a bad light.
Absolutely.
And, just like within any industry, if you're a cook, sometimes there's bad cooks.
Absolutely.
But,
One worm in the barrel.
that's
runs.
it. Yeah. And so I think that, that's a challenge. Technology has really taken off, so
Right.
that's another challenge, staying up with technology.
Oh, man.
Generational differences.
Right.
We're noticing that in our academies.
Absolutely.
People grew up differently, they learn differently, and so we have to adapt and change to that. So
Right.
those are some of the challenges that we face.
Yeah, that's crazy. So let's cross over now. So one of your passions obviously is martial arts.
Absolutely.
And you started training a long time ago. So when did you start? Kind of what's your background with Cook Soul and martial arts?
So I started training in martial arts in 1980 in Fairfield, California.
Wow.
My father was a martial artist. I grew up watching kung fu movies. I was talking about that earlier.
Right.
And I was just absolutely fascinated with the martial arts.
Right.
And so eventually I got involved in a dojang there in Fairfield.
Right.
In a different style. I actually started in Kajikimbo.
Oh, wow.
Did that for a few years, so I transferred over to Kuksulwan,
Right.
and I've been doing that ever since.
Nice.
And I absolutely love it. It's part of my life. I've done it, 38 years now. I don't know what I would do without it.
Right.
Yeah.
38 years, man. That's a long time.
Yes, sir.
That's actually longer than I've been training. That's awesome,
Wow.
man. I didn't realize that until I was looking at your certificate and some pictures while I was like, wow. So I started in 85.
Wow,
So that's
nice.
super cool, man.
Yes, sir.
So what do you think it is about martial arts that kind of just ingrains itself in us and makes us, I don't know, love it so much? I mean, I don't know, what do you feel about that?
Well, for me, it's always been that image of that noble warrior, in those martial art movies, that person that is righteous, has high level of integrity, trains really hard, is courageous.
Right.
So, when I started training in the martial arts, I was a little shy. I've always been a small guy. It gave me confidence. It taught me self-defense. It taught me about self-discipline.
Right.
It really empowers you to be able to achieve anything that you want to achieve in life.
Right.
And it's just cool.
Right.
It's really cool.
Right, that's awesome. So I love what you kind of hit on about integrity and there's a code in martial arts that we teach, and a lot of times I think people think of martial arts, they flash to like the UFC, they flash to like that vicious, the pugilistic, the fight,
Right.
and there's so much more to it, man. So I want people to understand is there's like this code. We have these tenets, courtesy and integrity and self-control and indomitable spirit and
Absolutely.
humility and stuff that we work with our students on all the time. Whenever I think you will probably agree, when you teach something like this, okay, we're teaching, we bring in a young lady, a young man, they're shy, maybe they're just overly rambunctious. We're teaching them these martial arts skills that bring out their confidence and really helps them to see the strength they already have, right? We're polishing that and bringing it out. We have a big responsibility to teach them good principles and good character to go along with that power, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so I think it's powerful, and when you see that happen, I don't know about for you, but for me, martial arts has been integral in growing me, because I have a prosthetic eye, and so I got picked on a lot in school and had some issues with that when I was younger, and it was integral in growing me and helping me to realize, I can do it, and I can be strong, and I can be a leader and do things that sometimes early on you're not sure about, right?
Yeah, where else in your community can you go and sweat and get in shape and learn confidence and self-discipline and learn to defend yourself and connect with like-minded people that are excited and happy and positive?
Right.
Where else?
Right.
You
And I don't know, I'm going to make the assumption, I haven't come over and trained on your mat, but it's probably a pretty family-friendly environment too,
Absolutely.
Right? There's no profanity, there's no no vulgarness, it's just a place that I tell people all the time. If my 5-year-old, which I don't have any 5-year-olds anymore, but if my 5-year-old's sitting at the side and it's not healthy for them to hear, I don't want to hear it on the mat.
Right.
I don't want to see it on the mat, and so and then you said something else that was really cool. Like-minded people, man.
Yes, sir.
Other people that want to grow, other people that want to better themselves. And that's kind of what leadership is about, man.
Yeah,
Finding
absolutely.
ways to challenge yourself and grow. So, you've been doing this for a long time. You have a ton on your plate. I'm going to ask you kind of an odd question. Maybe you've got a ton on your plate with the police department, a normal job. You've probably already kind of answered, but why do you add this to your plate? Because martial arts is kind of seen as an extra,
Yeah.
I think it's almost mandatory. It would be great to be
Right.
right, but it's kind of an extra. Why would you add that to your plate? So what would you say to that?
I'm going to take a different take on answering that question. I don't think I added it to my plate. I think I added policing to my plate.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is something I've been doing since I was 7 or 8 years old.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to be doing it for the rest of my life. And that's what's awesome. You can do it for the rest of your life.
Yes.
So I added policing to my plate. And I'm glad I did. It's an awesome career. I love
Absolutely.
it. It's fantastic.
We have an amazing police department now.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So that's really cool. I love that. Something you can do for the rest of your life, right?
Yes, sir.
It doesn't require a team. I say this to people all the time. You don't have to have a team. I know the name of our school is Team Chip, but
Right.
you don't have to have a team. You can come in and you can train on your own. You can get in your backyard and you can practice, So that's super cool. You can take it with you no matter what.
Yeah.
All right, man. You're a busy guy. you're running a business, you're working a full-time career, and you know, there are other people out there like you that are doing the career piece. Maybe they're going to the gym once in a while, or maybe they're not, but they're thinking about doing something like this. They're hearing through this video, man, that's good for me. It's something I'm interested in. I've seen those movies and I want to do it. What would you say to someone like yourself that's kind of on the fence? What would you say to nudge them across and get them onto the mat?
I would say start right now. Go in right now. Don't procrastinate. Start today. I mean,
Right.
listen, you know, Rocky, Apollo Creed told Rocky, there is no tomorrow. Start right now. Tomorrow's never going to come. You got to do it today.
That is
right now.
That is so true, man. You know, some great advice I got a few years ago that really began to sink in. You know, as we get older, I think we get a little bit wiser, maybe. And
Right.
sometimes, right?
Right.
And it was, you know, spend 5% of your time in the past, 5% in the future, 5% of the past learning from your mistakes. What can I do better, and what did I do wrong, and how can I better that? 5% of the future, have goals, a vision, mission, a plan.
Yes, sir.
And spend the other 90%, man, now.
I like that.
Take action.
That's
Let's
awesome.
go. Get on it
That
and
is
get
awesome.
bit. Yeah. So now this is gonna a little off in left field. Just generically in life, not related to martial arts, or it could be, what do you feel like is the best piece of advice maybe anybody's ever shared with you? You're a very successful man, to help you to get to where you are today that you might want to share.
The best advice that I have ever heard, and I'll tell this to everybody I know, is that a self-education, public education will make you a living. A formal education will make you a living.
Right?
But a self-education will make you a fortune. And
That's awesome.
that's not money, you know, that's not just wealth. That is knowledge. That is, you know, attaining a higher status in life. Whatever it is, you know, if you self-educate on a regular basis, you
Right.
can become anyone and anything that you want to become. And so,
That's
Jim
worth,
Rohn
that's
said
worth
that.
the whole video, right?
Yeah.
Jim Rohn, that's good. That's worth the whole video right there, because continued growth. And I read a statistic years ago. It was something around 70 to 80% of high school graduates never read an entire book again. And that's kind of a sad number, right?
Absolutely.
And I think that's what you're saying. Self-education, continue to read, continue to pursue people that lift and pull you up. You know, I think Jim Rohn was also credited with you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time
Absolutely.
with, right?
Yes, sir.
And I believe that.
Yeah.
And I think in the martial arts world, whether you come to Abilene Martial Arts Center, Cooksawan, or you go to Team Chip or any other healthy martial arts facility, you're putting yourself in that place.
Absolutely.
You're surrounding yourself by probably more than 5, but people that will not only challenge you, but that will support you.
Yes.
We call it unwavering support, and we talk about it all the time on the mat. Guys, be the unwavering support
Yeah.
for that person. Maybe they're the one back there in the back of the line that they're kind of new and you've been there.
Right.
And you know what they're feeling. Let them know you know, and give them a high five. You know, keep them on the mat with you.
Yes,
so
sir. Yes,
good
sir.
stuff, man. So take action. Go do it. Get on the mat, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we tend to be action-oriented guys.
Gotta go.
All right. So I know you're a reader. I know you're a educator and a grower.
Yeah.
So what's a book maybe that you'd be willing to recommend to people that stood out to you that's been helpful?
There's a book called The Boys in the Boat.
The Boys in the Boat.
It's about the 1936 Olympic rowing team.
Yes, sir.
And it is one of the most inspiring stories that I have ever read.
Nice.
You know, you want to talk about underdogs. You want to talk about coming up the hard way. And you want to talk about achieving the ultimate level of success, a gold medal
Right.
in the Olympics.
Yeah,
I mean, that is a fantastic story. You know, if we're talking about running a martial arts school or a company or a business, you know, Entree Leadership is a book you cannot. I mean, it's a must read. You cannot put that one down. It is absolutely an amazing book.
I'm laughing because it's sitting on my desk right now.
Nice.
I've read it like 10 times,
Yes,
like
sir.
the audio,
Yeah.
and then I thumb through it on a regular basis. That's such a powerful book.
Yeah, but if you want to be inspired, I mean, if you're looking for inspiration, The Boys in the Book, man, Boys in the Boat, you got to read that book. It's
Very
awesome.
cool.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. All right, man. So, as a citizen in the Abilene, as a martial arts instructor, you know, I tell my guys, and I know you probably talk to your guys about similar things. You know, when you go out and you say to someone, I'm a black belt, or I train in martial arts, you represent to them at that moment. You represent to the world what martial arts is.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that you'd like to share with the people out there? If there's anybody on listening, you know, before we go, before we shut down, you know, anything that you'd like to just kind of throw out, or anything that we can help you with on our end?
You know, the thing I would like to share is that sometimes people limit themselves.
Yep.
They limit themselves by the beliefs they have, and I think that we're all capable of so much, so many amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
And if we wake up every morning, we get going, we don't feel sorry for ourselves, we continue to learn,
Right.
train, study, do whatever it is we do, then we can achieve anything we want to in life.
Absolutely. Good stuff, man. In other words, start your days off strong. Strong habits and rituals, guys. Get up, be in the habit of getting up, reading something positive in the morning. Start off on a strong foot. Get a good workout. Get
Yes,
your body
sir.
moving, and stay healthy, man. It's been awesome visiting with you.
Thanks for having me.
Love having you down the road from us here in town.
Yes,
and
sir.
if we can ever do anything for you, and you know, let us know. And I appreciate the time. Like I said, you worked with our guys on some training at the police academy. So that's
Yes, sir.
good stuff, brother.
Yeah, anytime.
All right, man. So you guys go have a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you know anybody like Mr. Phil, go share these videos. Help this guy out with his school, and help us all out. So have a good day.
Thanks, guys.